Since the dawn of time, people have drunk alcohol. Alcohol turns a 6 into a 10 and it brings the boys together, but we know it's not good for you. As someone who loves fitness but also loves a drink, it can sometimes be hard to balance casual drinking with performance goals. I'm going to give you the breakdown about how alcohol affects your mind and body when it comes to fitness. I'm also going to give you some top tier wisdom on how to minimize these problems. Let's get right into it. So starting with the most obvious factor is weight gain. Alcohol has a lot of calories. A pint of beer will have at least 200 calories and a glass of wine has more like 150 calories. When you factor in mixers and the shit food you might eat after a night out, you could be gaining over 1500 calories. And the calories in alcohol are what we call empty calories, meaning they have no nutritional value. Food is meant to be fuel for the body. Protein go towards building muscle. Carbs give us a quick source of energy and fats build hormones and have many other functions. Since the calories from alcohol can't be used from anything, they're either removed from the body or they're stored as fat. Quick side tangent, but this is my problem with calories in versus calories out. People simplify building muscle by saying you need to be in a calorie surplus. However, you can get calories from eating shit food, or in this case drinking alcohol, but it's not actually serving the purpose of getting stronger. So consuming in this way isn't going to be healthy for you and is going to cause you to store fat. So you should be in a calorie surplus but with healthy food. That's the important distinction. So the more alcohol you drink and the more calorically dense it is, the more weight you'll gain. If you're still here, drop a sub before we get into the next section, which is how alcohol affects your energy levels. When you drink often, your energy levels will be lower for two main reasons. When you eat carbs, it's broken down into glycogen, which is stored in your liver. This is what gives us energy. Alcohol is a toxin, and your liver prioritizes removing alcohol before doing anything else. Therefore, when alcohol is still in your system, it won't take in glycogen that you need for energy. This is one of the reasons you feel so sluggish the day after drinking and why training can feel impossible. The second reason is that you have less dopamine on demand. When you drink, a lot of dopamine is released, but what goes up must come down. Your level of dopamine, which is responsible for motivation and feelings of goodness, fulfillment, this is reduced, which can make training or do anything productive feel harder. Alcohol can also mess up your sleep cycles, which obviously you need to rejuvenate. This means you're recharging less, and even if you're getting a full 8 hours in bed, it's not a deep sleep which is congruent with good performance. Muscle recovery and growth. Working out creates muscle protein synthesis. This is where the protein that you eat goes to the muscles which have been damaged to make them bigger. Studies show that drinking right after training reduces this signal by around 40%. Obviously this is a very significant number. Almost half of the results you're about to get have just gone out the window. The only real way around this is if you know you're going to be drinking at night, try and do your session earlier in the day. Most of muscle protein synthesis happens in the hours after your workout. Therefore, if there's a longer gap in between, it will have less of an effect on your muscle building. Alcohol is also known to lower testosterone and increase cortisol. Testosterone is a hormone which helps build muscle, so reducing that makes it harder to build muscle. Cortisol is known as the stress hormone and it's also catabolic, which means causes you to lose muscle. So needless to say, bad for our hormones. Now let's talk about exercise while drinking. Let's get the obvious out of the way. Drinking alcohol impairs coordination and balance.
Oh, I guess I better sit down.
You're also more likely to do stupid things that would get yourself injured while drunk. As we covered, we know that alcohol impairs muscle protein synthesis, meaning you won't build muscle as easily. Your body can't metabolize glucose, which is what you need for energy. This means you'll have a less effective workout. Overall, you just have less energy and not be able to perform as well. This, paired with the fact you'll probably have a full belly, which will make it harder to move, just makes performance worse overall. Strategies to drink smarter. I'll give you some tips to get the most out of drinking whilst minimizing the downsides on your fitness. Firstly, choose lower calorie drinks. Try drinking a stronger concentration of alcohol. If you drink, say, vodka instead of beer, there'll be a lower volume of alcohol in your system. This means that your liver can clear it out more quickly and go back to doing its normal job. Also, be mindful of your mixers. It's normal to have Coke or lemonade as a mixer. This adds calories and is also full of preservatives and additives. If you're at a bar, ask for tonic water instead. Admittedly, it doesn't taste as good, but a double vodka tonic water is something you can order from most bars and clubs. If you're at home, make squadka, which is vodka mixed with squash. Squash is usually not as bad as fizzy drinks like Coke, and you can also add water, which means you get hydrated whilst you drink. You've probably heard to drink water throughout the night, and this is solid advice. So whenever you can, try and have a bit of water, but it's very easy to forget when you're caught up in drinking. The worst comes to worst, just drink a big glass of water before you go to bed. Try to stay conscious of how much you're drinking. It's very easy to get caught up drinking drink after drink. Once you reach a certain level, it's not doing anything for you, it's just making you messy. So it doesn't feel enjoyable, it hurts your bank balance, and it makes you feel like shit the next day. So it's easier said than done, but just try not to get completely smashed. And only drink on special occasions. This could be as simple as a meal with your friends, or even if it is a night out, just make sure it's limited to once a week and that you're really enjoying yourself. Try and make sure you have hobbies outside of alcohol so you're not dependent on it for a good time. Okay, that's my full rant on how to be an alcoholic bodybuilder. for maximum effectiveness. You can join my free email list and get my free workout plan below. I also have online personal training, programs, and video calls. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bow.